My big problem with these people is they've seemed to have declared war on all of the civilian population of the entire earth. And I was particularly disgusted with George W. Bush's uh, obviously bogus claim that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. He's got them, you know? And never mind that Osama bin Laden bombed the towers and that he wants justice. And now when he talks about Osama bin Laden, he's like, I really don't think about him too often. He's been marginalized and blah, 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 blah. It's like, what are you talking about? Now we have to go to Iraq and we have to forget about Osama bin Laden. It was like this big magic trick, sleight of hand. He's like, remember, we're after Saddam bin Laden. Remember, we're after Osama Hussein. And they just pulled this switcheroo on us. And then, after he finds out there's no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, it's confirmed that 1 million Iraqi civilians died over a lie. He jokes about it to his constituents, stands up on the podium and he goes, where are those weapons of mass destruction anyway? He goes, they gotta be somewhere. Heh 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 heh. And they all laughed at that like that was some sort of funny joke. Here's what I thought about it. Just exactly the way Bob Dylan wrote this song. Now I want you to put your capo on the 3rd fret. And then I want you to put your fingers in the D minor configuration. If you forget, don't worry, I'll explain it to you. Put your index finger on the little E string, 1st fret. That's your index finger, little E string, 1st fret. Now you're going to put your middle finger on the G string. That's 2 strings over from your little E string, G string, 2nd fret. Now you're going to put your ring finger on the B string, 3rd fret, and that is a D minor configuration. So it's going to sound like this. So down, down, up, down. And then you're going to pull off on your index finger. Down, down, up, down. So you're going to pull off your index finger and hammer it back on for a couple strokes. And basically I don't know exactly how it goes with the strums because I'm not very good at that. But just do it till it sounds like this. It's best that you just play it till it sounds like that rather than have me describe it to you. You'll get it. It's very easy. And that's the whole song until you get down to the I just want you to know I can see through your mask. So, and that's just, you do your, I just D minor, C, G, back to D minor. So there it is. That's the whole song. And then the rest of it is just Bob Dylan's unapologetic lyrics. Come you masters of war. that build the big guns, build the death planes, that build all the bombs, that hide behind walls, that hide behind desks. Just want you to know I can see through your mask. He ain't never done nothing but built to destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. Put a gun in my hand, yeah, I hide from my eyes. You turn and run faster when the fast ones fly. Like Judas of old, lie and deceit. World war can be won. You want me to believe, but I see through your eyes, and I see through your brain, like I see through the water that runs down. Fasten all the triggers for the others to fire. And you sit back and watch as the death count gets higher. You hide in your mansion, the young people's blood flows out of their bodies and goes deep in the mud. Though the worst fear that can never be hurled, fear to bring children into the world, for threatening my baby. He's born and he's named. You ain't worth the blood that runs. How much do I know to talk out of turn? Might say that I'm young, might say I'm unlearned. There's one thing I know, I'm younger than you. Jesus will never forgive what you do. Let me ask you one question. Is your money that good? Will it buy you forgiveness? You think that it could? I think that you'll find your death takes its toll. All the money you made will never buy back your soul. Hope that you die. Your death will come soon. I'll follow your casket on a pale afternoon. And I'll watch as you're lowered down to your deathbed. And I'll stand over your grave to make sure that you're dead. So that's how I feel. I don't feel all poetic about it, like Jim Morrison's Dead Cats, Dead Rats medley. Dead cats, dead rats, think you're an aristocrat, think you can kill and slaughter, think you can shoot my daughter. Yep. Well, I don't feel poetic about it. I feel like Bob Dylan feels about it. And he says, I hope that you die and your death will come soon. That's how I feel about it. So, and I don't feel like waiting around for the judgment day that God is calling, like in the song War Pigs from Black Sabbath. On their knees the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for their sins. Because quite frankly, it's like, yeah, when is this judgment day gonna happen? Because these people never seem to get the justice that they deserve. They just keep going on and on, offending, killing, polluting, starving, enslaving. It's ridiculous. So, I wanted to touch on one other point too. There was these two prominent sorcerers who these blue bloods like to hire. They were both on the service of the queen. I think they might have been different queens, but anyway, one of the sorcerers' names was John Dee, and he used to do something called mirror scrying. He would draw the faces of the spirits in the mirrors that he saw in the mirrors. And the other one was Aleister Crowley. And both of them put forth the concept that you have to have evil. It is a necessity. You cannot have good without evil. And I never found any concept more ridiculous than that concept there. People, that's like saying we cannot function as a society without the evil that these blue bloods are perpetuating while they're trying to bring about their new world order. And let's call the new world order what it is. They're modeling it straight after the book of Revelations, which should scare the shit out of all of you. Now, let's start with the mark of the beast. Then look up the RFID chip that they want to implant in your right hand, on the back of your hand, the other side of your palm, so the back of your hand, or if you're a mental patient, they want to put it in your forehead. And now compare that to the Bible verse. Where do they want to put it in the Bible? Exact same place. Now, they are eventually going to stick all your money on this RFID chip so that you can wave your hand over the freaking scanner at the checkout and your money is your credits are deducted from your chip. So yes, you will not be able to buy or sell without the chip. Now, we're also going to talk about the one world government that they are clearly trying to bring about. And David Rockefeller said he makes no bones, he makes no apologies about trying to bring about a one world government. And that he's glad that these reporters from these prominent magazines kept it a secret for so long so that they could set up the framework for this new world order and make all the progress that they've made for these past couple decades in secrecy. So how do you stop all this nonsense from happening? You have to fight for it. In other words, let me be more succinct. You have to take a page from the black man's playbook. In other words, when flower power fails, you need to get a little more forceful. And so, how do you stop the New World Order from rolling over top of you like a steamroller? Well, the first thing you have to do is make sure you get a quality candidate elected. And by a quality candidate, I don't mean a polarizing figure like Donald Trump. Donald Trump was a good president. And he put America first. And that's why he pissed off the blue bloods. Because America is supposed to be being torn down economically. We're supposed to be losing the dollar as a standard financially, and we're supposed to be going into economic decline. And Trump was opposing all that by putting America first. This is why John Bolton turned against him. So, I would like to see it between Ron DeSantis and this Kennedy guy. And if we don't get that, I say we revolt. I mean massively. Because it's long overdue that we challenge the Republicans and the Democrats to come up with something better than a douche and a turd.